Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to get a chance to perform for you this morning. A great program of some new music, some old music, some lost gems along the way. Normally, when it comes to a band concert, I try to talk as little as possible because I avoid then putting my own foot in my mouth in some respect. But there's going to be some changes that have to happen in percussion, so I figured I would talk just to at least keep you entertained while we go from one piece to the next. The first piece on the program is Shimmering Sunshine by Kevin Day. Kevin Day's a UGA alum. Go Dogs. Yeah, thank you. Amen. Kevin writes such great music, such colorful music. It's a great concert opener for this group, and they've really been just eating it up. The next piece that we're going to play for you has some similar colors, but approaches things harmonically in a different way. A piece by David Biedenbender called Luminescence. And Luminescence is a piece that is a little bit of a puzzle game in how it's constructed. And if you just listen to it, you would say, Okay, that's interesting, and it feels very, very bright and fanfare-ish. I'm not sure exactly what happened, which is a cool place to be in mentally, but I want to give you a little hint to the puzzle, which is that this piece is built on a hymn called Break Forth, O Beauteous Heavenly Light, and you'll hear little snippets, never the whole thing, but little snippets emerging over the course of the piece throughout. So if you'll indulge us, we're going to play the chorale first, and then we will play Luminescence. Hope you enjoy it.
It's so cool. That was so cool.
Okay, so that's my cardio. I want to take this moment to offer probably the first. I'll do thanks in two blocks here. Number one, I really want to thank all the wonderful folks here at the University of Georgia and the folks especially on the band staff at the University of Georgia for the invitation and for all the hospitality. They have made us feel like we are absolute rock star celebrities, which is not a thing that I'm accustomed to. The way we've been treated has been wonderful, and I'm so grateful for that. Can we show our appreciation to the UGA band staff? The second group of folks I want to thank at this moment, and I'm not sure how many of them are in the audience, but if they're here, I would love for them to see and be recognized. Anyone who is a teacher of these students on stage, if you're the band director, a private teacher, or anything like that, because you are giving them, yes. These students are incredible musicians, and that is because of your leadership and your passion and your commitment to helping them become better musicians and better humans, and I am so in your debt for that, not just because this weekend is really cool, but because this is the future of the arts, and I'm so grateful for all of the incredible hard work that you've put in on that. I will thank another group of people after the next piece, but the next piece that we're going to do, like I said, I'm done with my heavily cardio moments. This is a slow piece and a beautiful piece, but a piece that has some complex emotions in it, some sadness, some nostalgia, some blissfulness. This is the very brief story of this cruel moon. It is a very small fragment of the Odyssey. Odysseus goes and helps win the Trojan War and then spends 10 years trying to find his way back home, ends up on the Isle of Calypso, where Calypso falls in love with him, and they have 7 years together in that space. Calypso is immortal, Odysseus is not, and she leaves this tapestry of their love. And then at the end of 7 years, Odysseus goes up to Calypso and says, "Hey, I need to get home to my wife." And she goes, "You're what? I'm sorry?" And so, heartbroken, she helps him to leave the island, to depart the island, sail away from the island, by taking the tapestry and unweaving it and building it into sails so that he can sail away. She ends up not very happy, as we might expect, but along the way, in this piece you'll hear, I think, her emotional state. This is Calypso's song, "This Cruel Moon" by John Mackey. Thank you so much. So we'll have some folks to thank in just a second, but in the classic sense of, but wait, there's more. I think your program has the next piece, the finale from the Symphony No. 2, Romantic by Howard Hansen, as the last piece on our program. But guess what? We actually have an extra little bonbon, like a little bonbon at the end of this, which is a march called On Parade by Amanda Aldrich. We are so excited to play that after the next piece. That is Amanda Aldrich, a Black British composer who lived in the earlier parts of the 20th century and wrote a lot of piano music and vocal music, but had difficulty getting her large ensemble music published, so she faked an identity as a man and got this piece published. And it's recently been rediscovered and put into a new modern edition by Caitlin Beauvais, and we're really excited to play that after this. So once we get done with this, know there's a short little extra thing right on the back end. My last two groups of thanks, and I'll try to do it as quickly as possible, although I could take hours to thank both of these groups. I want to thank all of you who are parents, family, friends of these students on stage. It takes so much support and love and care and guidance to keep students involved in these artistic pursuits, and I'm so appreciative of all the things that you do to encourage these students to be as great as they are. And I know we on stage would love to also show our appreciation to you. Thank you so much, parents, friends, family, for all of these fine students. And last and most importantly, I want to thank these students. These students, honor bands are a funny thing in that they are so momentary. We exist for a brief glimmer of time, and in that time we make a little bit of magic together. And this weekend has been so refreshing for my soul, and I have enjoyed working with each and every one of these students. They have been a joy into my life, and I love my day-to-day job, but boy, what a great privilege it is to be able to make music with them. So for all of us, myself included, can we show appreciation to once again incredible music. I consider Georgia my second home. I love it so much here from my time here, and I currently live in South Dakota, but I am originally from Nebraska, and so is the composer of the next piece, Howard Hansen. That's my one connection to the legendary director of the Eastman School of Music, Howard Hansen, is that we were both born in the same state, but he comes from a much funnier town named Wahoo, Nebraska, which is a great town. And this piece, a great orchestral piece, and I encourage you to listen to the whole thing if you love what you hear today. Transcribed for band by the great Francis Macbeth. We hope you enjoy the finale from Howard Hansen's Second Symphony.